Thank you, everyone. Modern world depends on technology, and really, if you think about it, there's a lot of things today in modern world society that really depends on technology, and technology can really influence. For example, the internet. It changes lives and has revolutionized the way that people communicate in this world. Also, electric cars, or global warming, or curing cancer. All of these things are different problems or different issues in the modern world that can be solved with technology. So this is why it's really important for us as a society to inspire young people to learn more about science and technology. And that's what I've been doing for the past few years of my life. And I'd like to share with you the experiences that I have had over the past few years and what it is and how there are some ways to inspire students to learn more about science and technology. And so I want to ask you guys a really quick question. First, how did you learn to ride a bike? And this is a multiple choice test. There are 4 responses. And answer number 1 is A, you could read a textbook, or B, you could watch a video, or C, you pass the multiple choice test. But I think most of you would actually say you D, you tried again and again, and when you learned to ride a bike, you just got on that bike, and when you fell off, you were so determined to show your parents, to show your friends that you could ride the bike, that you got back on and on again until you knew how to ride the bike. And it's really the same thing in science and technology. Back when I was really young, my parents just got a brand new VCR, and they showed me, hey, this is how you can put a VCR tape, a videotape into the VCR, and it would play videos. And I'm like, this is really cool. So I thought I'd devise my own science experiment back then. I thought, well, you know, if you put a black rectangular cartridge in the VCR, it produces a movie. Well, what if I make one that's green and out of Legos? So I made a VCR tape, a videotape out of Legos. I put it in the VCR and pressed the play button. And what happened was that the block of Legos shattered into quite a few pieces and broke the VCR. So my first experience, failure, but going through and on as I grew up, I just continued to learn and experiment, and I started learning more about technology. I started learning how to build websites. I got a job at a local tech startup, learning how to do different things. And it's really, you know, as I got on and as I went on in high school, in the senior year of high school, I joined the Interlake High School's robotics team. And at that robotics team, what I did was I built robots with a cool community of students who love science and technology. And it was a great community. I loved being part of the robotics team. The thing is that at that experience, I grouped up with several of my friends, and we thought, well, you know, as a society, we build libraries for people who love books. And if you think about this, like, you know, you go into a library, pick up a book, and you read it. You're free to do whatever you want. It's an open-ended environment, and it's not really designated by the librarian. You don't go into the library, and the librarian doesn't say, hey, read this book, get me a book report by the end of Friday. No, you can do things on your own pace. And same thing with sports fields. You know, if you want to play soccer, you can go to a local park and kick around a soccer ball. But there's really not a place like this for people who love science and technology. There's no open-ended space for students who love science and technology. And it's because science, well, you know, science is about learning by input. Science is really about, you know, asking questions and finding the answer to those questions. And if you think about Isaac Newton, he's famous for discovering the theory of gravity. And the way he came up with the idea of gravity was that when he was sitting underneath a tree, an apple fell off the tree, and he saw it fall down to the ground. He thought, why does that apple fall to the ground? And with that, that inspired him to start devising some theories that explain gravity as we know it today. Now, after I graduated high school, I started an organization called Student R&D to basically fill the need to inspire students to learn more about science and technology. And we wanted to really change the culture for students from, I don't know how to do this, so I won't do this, to I don't know how to do this, but I can learn. And the first thing that we did, we do 3 things right now, but the first thing that we did, we started out by setting up an open workspace for students who love science and technology. So as I was saying earlier, with the libraries for people who love books, sports fields for people who love sports. We set up an open workspace where students could come in, hang out, or build cool stuff. And it was at that workspace there were a lot of resources for students who love science and technology, and there were a few really exciting things that resulted from this open workspace. For example, there's one group of students that decided they had an idea to build a touchscreen tabletop computer, something like Microsoft Surface. And what they did is they didn't have an idea of how to build a giant touchscreen tabletop computer when they first started, but they had the attitude that they could learn. And what they did is they started researching online, asking around, working with a few mentors, and they actually managed to build it for a tenth of the cost that Microsoft sells the Microsoft Surface. Another group of students actually built an electronic circuit called the plasma speaker, and what that is it's a circuit that creates an electric arc about this big, and it looks like this part. It looks like a tiny lightning bolt, but you can plug it into your iPod and actually play music. It's almost like a musical lightning bolt, and this was a student from Issaquah High School that did it. And again, it was the same attitude that allowed him to do it. He didn't know how to do this when he started, but he decided that he wanted to learn, and it resulted, actually, he put it on Kickstarter and raised $18,500 over the course of the summer to actually build and mass produce them. We also started hosting events called Code Day events, and those are hackathons, basically 30-hour programming marathons for students who are interested in actually just hanging out and building something with code. And at the Code Day events, we had a lot of students from the local area, from Bellevue, from Seattle, from north of Seattle, Shoreline, Auburn, all came to one space, just like what we're doing over here today at TEDx, and congregated. And they all said, well, I don't know how to do this, but we can learn. And we had some teams that, some more experienced teams, we had some less experienced teams over there, and the more experienced, the more knowledgeable teams helped the less knowledgeable teams actually create some amazing things. And some of the students that came with no knowledge at all at the start actually produced some really cool things by the end of the 30 hours. And one of the teams actually now is going to be releasing their app into the Apple Store. This summer, we've recruited 27 students who will be spending 8 weeks of summer to actually work on building cool products, cool services over the course of the summer, over the course of the entire summer. And 27 students, 9 teams will be doing that over the summer, and I'm really excited to see what they're doing. So in the end, I want to say that science and technology is amazing, and there are so many things that you can do to change the world. And really, looking at these examples, these are people who decided that they didn't know how to do something when they started out, but they wanted to do something, and they were passionate, they were so motivated to do it, that they learned how to do it and actually were able to accomplish this. So I want you to go out, and whenever you have some cool idea, or if you have some sort of interest, and if you're passionate about solving some issue, don't wait. Don't say, I don't know how to do something, so I won't do it. Go out and try to do it. Thank you.